Okay, Hayes Meg here. Fast forward to the end of the week, and the bike and the car is still here. So, so what's got to happen is, well, the last time I left, I kind of talked about the whole dealie, and then I told you that this axle here, or this axle here, the boots felt kind of dry and they're cracked and stuff. These are gonna go soon, man. So I definitely wanted to change them, and I found out it's really hard to find the boots for this car. So I looked everywhere and everywhere, and I couldn't find it. And I found out that the inner boots are the same as the inner boots on the front of the car, so there's not much of a problem there. But I can't find the outer boot, and the outer boot you would think it'd be easier to find because it's just round, you know. It's just a round boot. This one is like a kind of like a triangle kind of pattern to it. So with the help of DSM tuners, I posted where to find it on DSM tuners, and somebody said Napa, and I could have sworn that I looked at Napa to see if I could find the boots there. Maybe I was just looking for the axle, but they found it. For a 92 Eclipse, they found it. You can get them from Napa for about $20. So I was almost just gonna say like, hey, let's just chuck the whole thing in there, and if it goes bad, we'll change the whole axle. Because I looked at the axles, they go anywhere from like 80 to $100. So if I was to buy, I know if I was to only get one boot, it's no good. You got to get both of them. And if it goes bad, then we would just replace the whole thing. So because like it's not worth it to just change one boot, you know. And 2 boots is about like less than $50, so I think it'd be worth it to change the boots and just keep the regular axle. So that's what I think we're gonna do. I have to go to Napa. Napa's closed today, so I will go to Napa Auto Parts on Monday and see if they can order me the boots. It looks like that they can get them for me. So if not, it'll just be the original idea of just put what I got in, and then when it goes bad, we'll just change the whole axle. I found a couple places, like 2 places that sell the whole axle setup, and it's like $80. So I don't think it's worth it to, like, you know, to change one boot and then the other one goes bad, when I could just get the whole axle. So and they're not too hard to take out. You can see you just take it out from the cup here, unbolt it from the cup, pop it out of the diff, and that's it. It's pretty easy, actually. Yeah, so anyway, so what I got going on for today is we're going to take the old rear end out. So, old rear end out. That guy down there. So, first thing I'm going to start with is I'm going to unbolt the drive shaft and take the axles out. Like, take all the stuff around the diff out first. I think I read a guide from VFAC, and they tell you how to do it, and I'm going to kind of do it that way, but not. Like, I think they are doing it without power tools. I think it's going to be way easier without power tools. So I've never changed the whole rear end out before, so that should be interesting. I did do the rear axle. I changed the differential carrier, just this part, the pumpkin part, that without the cover and everything, because for a live axle on that van over there, to tell you how to Previa. So this will be a little bit different. So there's a lot more components to work with. So yeah. So all right, let's hop to it. I got the day off. Hopefully I can get the whole dealie out, and then we'll figure out what to do with this. What I got to do with this is, like, we got to pop the axles out, and we got to drain this if there's something in there. I don't know if there's any fluid in there, but we're going to drain it because I have that shockproof stuff. We're going to put this inside there. So we're going to drain that, and then we're going to pull the axle. We have to pull the axles out because, we have to pull one axle out, and I don't want the axles like flopping around all over the place when I install it. So it's much easier to just, you know, do the thing. So, all right, let's hop to it. Here we go. Okay, here's my air. We're under the car right now. So I got 2 sets of jack stands holding it. Yeah, so I don't think this is supposed to move at all anyway. So the first thing we're going to do is unbolt the drive shaft. The bolts are right here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I think that's it for now. And I believe they're 14 or 12 millimeters. I'm not sure. Well, it looks like 12 actually. That's kind of small looking. All right. Okay, so looks like I can get my impact gun in there with a small 12 millimeter socket and a wobbly extension. Actually, I don't even need the wobbly extension, but yeah, it gets in there pretty good. I can't get it in over here though. Yeah. So what I'm gonna have to probably do, well, I could probably do this one too. All right. Okay, so get on it. Okay, so let's get these bolts out. They're 12 millimeter bolts. Pretty, not too hard to get out. I can't get the wrench in there though. It's not thin enough, so I'll have to use the open end. Yeah, what a pain in the ass. Anyway, let's go do this one first. I may have to rotate the drive shaft too. So. Okay, pretty easy. One. It looks like the exhaust will hold the drive shaft up, so I probably won't have to tie it up. Everything is very rusted under this car. I'm pretty sure this car is probably in a snow area. That's what I'm thinking. It's in such bad shape. Okay, the fourth one I'm gonna do with the impact gun also. Looks like I can get everything just barely in there. Nice. Okay, I got them out without much fuss. The impact gun helped a lot. So it helps to have this little kind of wobbly extension. It's not on there with a lot of force, so it comes off pretty easily. So I got four bolts, 4 locking nuts, and 4 nuts. And it should just come right off. Okay, so it's pretty loose now. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna kind of let it hang on the exhaust right there. It should be fine. And then, there's a lot of spider stuff on here. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the axles out. To do that, we gotta drain the diff first, because when we take it out, a bunch of oil might come out. Okay, so I got my pan here. I'm gonna go empty this guy. Oh, they're really tight, dude. Man, I'm using a breaker bar too. Just use the impact gun again. That is way too tight. That shouldn't have to take. You shouldn't have to use the impact gun to take it out. Okay. I got it off without getting it off all the way this time. Last time the whole thing just came out. Some blue stuff. It looks like blood, predator blood or something. I don't really know what that is. Maybe that's redline shockproof. I'm just wasting it right now. Yeah, I know. Maybe I can save this. Let me save this. It looks pretty clean. Whatever. I bought new diff fluid anyway, so it's only a quart. So. Just empty the predator blood in here. Okay, there it is. I'm not really sure what kind of fluid that is, but looks like paint. Okay, so while that's draining, I'm gonna go start taking these the bolts off of the axle cups. Not really sure what size it is. It's a 12 also. Let's see. No, it's a 14. Okay, these are 14s. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to take this out. It's a 14. I got the 14 with the little wobble extension here if I need it. Shouldn't be too hard. Got the impact gun on the back here, and then the front of it. I can get the wrench in there. Okay, there's one, two. Okay, there's 3. Okay, I got all 3 bolts out. Hopefully I get another bolt for the... Hopefully I have the bolts for the other cup, because that one needs 4. Yeah. I see that they left 1 bolt in. Maybe that's why. Okay, so that should be free now. So I take these bolts out. Okay, there it is. I'm just gonna let it sit on the arm here, and then we're gonna go pop out the axle right here. Okay, so I got this long pry bar. I don't think any oil will come out when we pop it out. So how is this supposed to come out now? There you go. So there's like a little place you can stick the pry bar right here. Much easier than the front. We have to find a way to get it out of here. It's in the way there. And I think we're just gonna have to like just kind of lower it. Just this pry bar a little more. Okay, there we go. Okay, axle's out. Looks good. Yeah, not much drippy droppy. Alright, we're just going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so I'm kind of silhouetted here. You're not going to be able to see what I'm going to do. I'm pretty much just going to try to do the same thing I did to the other side. The exhaust is kind of in the way, but I think it'll be okay. Just got to get that axle out. Okay, so I was able to get them out, no problem. I just have to get the impact gun in whatever way. The little wobble extension helps a whole lot. You don't have to get it in there perfectly straight. And the impact gun helps a whole lot too. Right, so let's go. The nut's still on the other one. There it is. Okay, so we're gonna go pop this one out now. Get our big pry bar. There we go. Popped out. No problem. Okay, so the axle is it's stuck in there. It's stuck on the cup. So I'm gonna try to hit it with a hammer and hopefully it comes out, you know. I'll use a pry bar, I'll figure it out. It's not coming out, it's stuck there. I got all the bolts out, but I think I got all the bolts out anyway. Okay, we kind of got a problem. It's not wanting to come out. I don't want to mess up the axle or anything, but yeah, it's like fucking, it's like glued onto the freaking cup. I don't know what we can do. I tried to use a chisel. I tried to use the pry bar as a punch. Try to get in between the 2 sections. And nothing. Tried to hit it with a hammer. It's not working. So I think I'm gonna shoot it with some PB blaster, and then yeah. Okay, so I PB blastered it, and I hit it with the punch again, and it came off. So rejoice, it is free. So we can just get the pry bar here and just pry the rest off. Looks good. All right. Okay, I got it off, and we just have to get the rest of the axle out of there. So I'm gonna try to like swing it this way, and hopefully the exhaust isn't enough in the way where it keeps. Okay, there it is. I got it off. This is, it says right hand here, so they're already labeled. I have a feeling this was taken out at some point. Let's take a look at the boots. The boots are dry rotted too. Yeah. Oh yeah, this one was ready to go. Look at that. Okay, well, so I guess it's a good thing that we're changing them. This looks like, this one still looks okay. It's a little dry rotted, but yeah, these ones are ready to go. Alright, it's a good thing we're changing them though. You can tell that you can tell the difference between the left and the right. The left is stubbier, shorter than the right. The right is much longer. The spline part. And there's like a short, now there's a small one, and then a thicker set of splines. That's interesting. It looks like it, yeah, it does. It definitely is. Alright, well, that's fine. Alright, so after we're done taking the axles, we gotta take the diff out next. So, alright, so figure out. Let's put that drain plug back. Okay, he's me here. We still gotta take the pumpkin out of the Galant VR4, the old pumpkin. But I'm gonna go remove the axles from this one. I think it's pretty much the same way. I hope there's nothing in there. I hope there's no fluid in there, because I can't really suspend it right now. Ooh, you know what? Maybe I can. I might be able to use this. This okay, ATV hopefully jack. There's no kind of mystery fluid in there. That didn't work. What I'm trying to do is keep the axles from getting overextended, you know. All right, so to pop it out, all you have to do. Oh, these are a little different than the other ones. They are. Okay. Anyway, pop it out. Just use a pry bar. Yeah, there's nowhere to pry it on though. It's not as easy as the Galant one. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the other one had a nice little lip that you could use it to pry off. Okay. Okay, so let's take this axle out here. Should be pretty easy. Hopefully it doesn't make a mess. I hope there's nothing in here. I hope they drained it before they took it out. Okay. Popped out pretty easy. It's got some green goo. Just like the other one. Looks like there's nothing in there. Turn it on its side a little bit. Yeah, there's nothing in there. So what they did is they stuck the axles in so to keep it from getting dirty. I guess you could have pretty much just put a rag or a napkin in there. Let's plug it up. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the other side out. So the axles are different sides, as you can see from the other one. This side has a thicker portion and then a thinner portion right here. So that is the right side. Try to get this one off. It's not as hard. I think like back here is the best place to pry it from. They say to use 2 of them. If you use 2 pry bars, it helps too. Let me see if I can use 2. Okay, so we got 2 pry bars. Should be able to pop this sucker open. Ow. I think I want the wrong one on the left. Bust my knuckles. Yeah, I can't really get any leverage on this sucker, dude. It's harder to do when it's not in the car. Another thing you could do is probably rotate this. So one of these little, so the thicker portion is on where the bolt is here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, none of these want to come out easily. You got to use extra leverage to pop them out. Okay. There we go. It's out. So this is the kind of stubbier portion that's on the left. So, all right. So that is free. This is the good one. This is the good one that we're gonna use. Reuse the boots on this one. The right one over here, we're gonna change the boots on that one. So this one is good. I feel that it's not, the rubber is still in good shape, so we'll keep on using this one. The other one, we're gonna change the boots because the boots are dry rotted. And you can't really tell from the camera, but they are. There's a vent here, and it's crooked. Kind of worries me, but I think it just kind of, it's supposed to be kind of loose like that. So alright, so I got all the axles separated. We can go compare all the, we can do an axle comparison real quick. Alright. Okay, and if you're wondering if the stuff that I bought, the red line is like the alien's blood there, it is not. It is a red blood. Yeah, it's a very thick red, kind of creamy stuff. So yeah. Boy, I don't know if I want to put that through my my transfer pump, but I guess we're gonna kind of have to. All right. Okay, so as you can see, I got the diff here on its side, on top of my oil pan, because it started leaking once I put it down on the ground. What the hell, dude? So I'm gonna have to do a little cleanup here. I got Predator's blood everywhere. I'm not really sure what this green stuff is, or this kind of teal colored stuff is. Maybe it's the stock stuff that they put in here, Mitsubishi stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and change it out with a red line anyways. I've already bought it, so. Okay, also what I've done is I've labeled the axles. This one is L, and this one's R, obviously. Same thing with the other ones are labeled too. Ooh, wow, this is much lighter. That one says L right there. And this one says R. Okay, so let's go compare. I also labeled the cups too. I want to take the cups off too.